Good morning, everybody. I'm Sheriff Wayne Ivey with the Brevard County Sheriff's Office. And this morning I want to give everybody an update on an officer-involved shooting that we had last night here in Brevard County. This incident actually started around 10 o'clock last night when our deputies were called to Sunset Bay Apartments for a suspicious subject trying to break into cars. Our first deputy on the scene did a great job and actually recognized the subject as Richard James Ruiz, who was wanted for a violation of pretrial release conditions on a previous domestic violence arrest. Now, before I give you the details of what took place, I want to provide you with some insight that led up to this incident and Ruiz's extreme propensity for violence. Richard Ruiz has repeated arrests for domestic violence and battery. In fact, the apartment complex where he was first observed at is the exact location he is prohibited from being within 500 feet of. Ruiz had actually committed within a period of 2 weeks a battery and domestic violence, a violation of conditions of release on the domestic violence case, and committed another battery and domestic violence, all against the same victim. Ruiz was not only at this location where a judge had ordered him to stay away from, but he was also armed with a loaded handgun. I think it's pretty clear to me and everyone else what Ruiz's intentions were, and thankfully a citizen made a call to our agency and our deputies were able to respond and immediately address this issue. Now, as things started to unfold last night, Ruiz was repeatedly ordered to comply with lawful instructions. And he not only refused to comply, but he once again attempted to flee from law enforcement. Ruiz was in a black Ford F-150, and as I said, he refused to comply with our lawful instructions, and then he tried to flee out of the parking lot, striking several cars in the parking lot and intentionally trying to run over our deputy. The chase from that point left the apartment complex, headed west on 520. Multiple deputies were involved, and at one point on 520, we lost the vehicle. One of our team members spotted the vehicle again as it was getting on I-95 northbound right at 520. Now, from that point, as the vehicle went northbound, our team was trying to get it stopped. We were in a pursuit. We were trying to do everything we could to protect our citizens, those that were coming and going along 95. He was driving like a complete idiot. He was northbound on 95, went west on 528, and then southbound on 95, and then actually turned around and started going northbound on 95 in the southbound lane until he got back to 528. When he got back to 528, he headed west, and several miles from that point, our team executed a pit maneuver to take the vehicle out of play. As I said, he was driving crazy. He was putting others' lives at risk, and so our team made a decision, a very good decision, to do a pit maneuver and disable the vehicle. The vehicle rolled onto its side against the interior guardrail, as you can see in the video that we're playing for you at this time. Our team took a position. While Ruiz was in the truck, our team tried to get him to come out, and no activity, he didn't come out. So our team members started approaching the vehicle, and as they started approaching the vehicle, trying to breach the top of the truck through the sunroof, a single shot was fired. Now, we believe more than one shot was fired. As you might imagine, this is an early stage of an investigation, so our crime scene team and all of our interviews will define that. But we know at least one round was fired from inside the truck. Our team returned fire and immediately striking him and incapacitating him. As things would progress, our deputies lost sight of Ruiz inside the vehicle. As you can see, the vehicle was laying on its side and he was positioned at the bottom of the cab. Seeing how we couldn't actually see him inside the vehicle, not wanting to put any of our deputies at risk, we brought in our bomb robot that has a camera attachment on it. We were able to get in through the back of the truck, get a little bit better look inside, and see, as I said, that he was incapacitated and was laying at the bottom of the cab. We then brought in our Rook vehicle, and we're able to get up next to the vehicle. The Rook is a vehicle that's designed to protect our team members. We were able to get up close to it and subsequently determine that Ruiz was dead. Folks, I've made it very clear. If you point a gun at one of my deputies, you just guaranteed yourself a trip to the morgue. These brave men and women, they deserve to go home to their families, and we will not, and I do mean will not, let a violent thug stand in their way. This guy and his violent actions put the lives of countless innocent citizens and law enforcement officers in danger. And at the end of the day, he picked a fight with the wrong people. He started the battle and we freaking ended it. I could not be more proud of our deputies for the way they handled this entire incident. From the time the incident started until it ended on 5/28, these men and women handled their business. During the chase, they took extreme precaution to protect citizens. They attempted to repeatedly stop his flight, and they watched each other's six during the most critical point of the incident by making sure that all of our team members were safe. Folks, Ruiz was a violent felon who had multiple fleeing charges on his record and who was sentenced at one point to prison because he simply couldn't obey the law. As I said before, he started this craziness that put everyone's life at risk. Our team ended it. As we go through the day, obviously our crime scene, our investigators, our agents will be working on this case. We will try and get you updates. Currently, the 9 deputies that were involved in the actual firing, they're on admin leave, as is protocol for our agency. They are all safe and sound. They did an excellent job last night, and I couldn't be more proud of them. We'll get you updates as we continue to go through the day, and I just want to thank the citizen that observed this happening and gave us an opportunity to come and address it. I truly believe you saved a life last night because Ruiz's intentions were evil, and our team was able to address it and protect everybody. Couldn't be more proud of them, from the first deputy that responded to the deputies and agents that were involved in the incident on 5/28, our crime scene, everybody that took part in this last night in saving a life. So we'll get you more updates as we go throughout the day.